Good afternoon. It's your girl Teesha, and some days life feels like it sucks. It really does. Why? Well, life starts to feel bad due to external pressures like societal expectations and financial stress, combined with internal factors such as mental health struggles, a lack of purpose, and a negative focus on circumstances rather than personal reactions. Negative experiences, loss, burnout, isolation, and the human tendency to compare oneself to others can also contribute to this feeling. Recognizing these causes can be the first step toward improving one's mindset and taking action to create a more fulfilling life. External factors as societal pressure, the world often pressures individuals to take life seriously, leading to a loss of a childhood wonder and increased sense of obligation. Everybody's always like, oh, what do you do? Oh, what do you have planned for the next 5 years? Or what do you, like, it feels like a daily interview. Or like you're talking to bots. Financial strain, debt, unemployment, the constant need to earn money and can create immense pressure and make life feel like a burden. The rat race. Constantly trying to achieve this and achieve that. And then once you get it, you still feel empty. What about that? The rat race. Comparison. Constantly comparing your life to others, especially on social media, can lead to feelings of dissatisfaction and inadequacy. You constantly scrolling and people living their best life or appears like they're living their best life. Not even just that. It can be places that you've lived and it triggers you to want to go back home. And things like that can trigger different thoughts. That is a human tendency on why these things can add up, and sometimes you can feel like life sucks at that moment. Bad luck, systemic injustice, external events such as poverty, born into poverty, unfair systems that give other people the pass, the push, the stepping stone, but not you. Yeah, I know how that feels. These unfair systems can create significant hardships that contribute to a negative outlook. Yeah. Internal factors. Mental health struggles, issues like depression, anxiety, or burnout can make it difficult to see the positive aspects of life, especially if you've grown up around a narcissistic parent, abusive, controlling, financially abusive, physically abusive, fake. Their whole life they portrayed a certain image, triangulated everybody, isolated you, abuse, control, and abuse. But then what happens when they get old and vulnerable and they have no friends? Then you can also feel stuck and burdened with the responsibility to not turn your back on them, but also not forget the damage that they have done your entire life, depending on when you started to wake up and have this realization. For some people, they never break out of it. For some people, they realize it in their 20s. For others, They don't realize it until their 40s, even 50s, because your abuser can also be your protector. So it's hard to identify that abuse. Lack of purpose. Another internal factor is a lack of purpose, feeling a lack of meaning or direction in life, feeling lost after abuse, feeling lost after surviving significant abuse and trauma. For instance, I was running for 12 years of my life to protect my children. After that run was over and my child's father unalived another woman and her child and then unalived himself, you kind of feel like all these years spent trying to protect my children, and then like, now what am I supposed to do now? How do I pick up and move forward when this has taken up so much of my life? When you constantly have to move around and start from nothing. Everything that you buy, any apartment that you get, you have to suddenly leave it and start all over. New furniture, finding a way to get to the new place. Having to hide from your friends and family so that they don't make a mistake and inform your abuser or their friends, and their friends talk, and it can be by mistake. Having to live like that. How do you come back out of that? That can definitely, things like that can affect you. Losing your parent at a young age, suddenly, a loved one, how do you bounce back from that? I would just say time and having patience with yourself. But these are internal factors that can make you feel like life sucks. Unmet needs. What I was saying on that point, being disconnected from your authentic self, like not living in your truth, it can lead to a profound unhappiness. So sometimes you just have to accept your life the way that it is, the way that the cards were dealt in your life, that hand that was dealt, and live in your true authenticity and understand that that is your life. Unmet needs. Having fundamental needs for health, safety, love, and connection unmet can make life feel empty. That could happen if you put everybody else first in your life, and then when it comes around to you, you have nothing else to give and no one's there for you. Why? Because you put the needs of others before yourself. And I'm not saying it in a selfish way, just put your needs first, but there has to be a balance. You can't completely forget about yourself anymore. You have to start doing nice things for yourself too. Like positive talk for yourself and things like that. Learned helplessness. Repeatedly failing to change a situation can lead to a passive mindset where you stop trying to improve things. So that's like being stuck in a situation that you haven't changed. You become complacent. And subconsciously, you could feel helpless. Negative self-talk, as I specified earlier, a pessimistic mindset and negative thoughts can create self-fulfilling prophecy, leading to poor results and continued dissatisfaction. Negative self-talk. So some people manifest horrible things in their life because they have negative self-talk. And the universe is like an echo, and it's like an affirmation. When you affirm these things, They can happen. That's right. Be careful what you wish for. So how do you improve your situation when you feel like life sucks? So you shift your mindset. Number one, you focus on your own growth and cultivate a more positive outlook. Take small and consistent actions. Even tiny steps can build momentum and create positive change over time. Another option, seek support. Talk to friends and family or therapists to get help and find new perspectives. Live authentically. Pursue what is meaningful to you and disconnect from external expectations. Forget what anybody wants to say about you in your life or what you need to be doing, what you should be doing. Pursue what is meaningful to you. Focus on fundamentals. Ensure that your core aspects of life, like health, relationships, and work, are balanced well. So, I hope that you guys understand what was spoken during this, how life starts to suck. But know that you're not alone. You're definitely not alone. And humans go through this type of feeling from time to time. And yeah, it may seem like some people never go through that. Good for them. God bless them. And you listening to Precious Eyes, Real Eyes podcast.